know, you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm trying to think of a line to come up with to start this video, because I find that one of the most difficult parts, you know. Hello, welcome to my shop, thanks for joining me, all this bollocks that people come out with. And it's one of the worst parts. Once I get into the flow of things, I'm alright. So let's just start. So a couple of weeks ago, or last week, I made a coat hanger out of one of these canisters. But I did mention during the making of that video that I'd actually ruined 3 other canisters in the process of making that one canister, and they're £1 each, so I don't like wasting them. So this one, as you can see, is one of my failed attempts. Tried to cut this all the way through on the bandsaw and the lines went all over the place. So the canister's basically ruined. So I want to make something out of this canister so that it's not a waste of £1. So I've had a bit of an idea of something I can make with it. And also on this one I'm going to incorporate a bit of wood. This is oak. It's an old cupboard door that I had a friend of mine gave me his old kitchen because they were getting rid of it in a new house that he'd bought. So he gave me a load of these oak doors. So I stripped them all down and I've got loads of these. I've kept all these, so hopefully I'm going to use possibly that one. Or anyway, I'm going to use some sort of wood and this canister to make something today. Hope you enjoy. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark out a rough shape of what it is I think I'm going to make on this today, and I'm going to cut away all the excess because they're a bit hard to work with when they're round like this. You've got to take a lot of the meat out of it so you can work on it properly with a bandsaw and a file and stuff. So I'm going to get rid of all this excess on the sides. It's too hot to touch. There we go. Stick that in the scrap pile. Right, that's the piece I want. I'm just going to go outside and dip it in water because it's too hot to touch. I've just been outside and dipped it in water because it was too hot to touch. I think I can still see the steam coming off it. I don't know if you can against my black shirt. Right, now I want to just refine the shape a little bit. So I'm marking where I need to cut. And you know, I've just changed my mind again, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to taper it down to a point at this end, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep as much strength in it as I can there to about there, and then I'm going to bring it in both sides and just make the point there. So yeah, I think that'll work. You know when something don't just look quite right, quite like you wanted it to. I don't think that's right. I think these fingers need to be a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna cut it off there. Make this whole bit a little bit shorter. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't like that, so I'm going to change it. stuck. What happened? I know why it's happened, because it hadn't cut quite straight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clamp it in the vise and cut it with my angle grinder. There, they weren't quite central when I first cut them, so I've just ground the slits a little bit bigger to sort of compensate for where I had a thick piece and a thin piece, just to make it a little bit more even. So I think that's a lot better now. Right, okay, I've gone up the grits on my sander. I started at 80 and I finished off with 400. That's lovely and smooth now. I'm just going to finish it off with a bit of oil wax finish. I got this off Rag & Bone Brown. So this for metal and wood is this. So I'm just going to finish it off with that and then it will be finished. So that's before and that's after the wax. Right, let that dry, then I'll polish it off. Right, it's dry. Just going to give it a polish. I've got a polishing wheel over there. I wonder if that'd buff it up nice. I'm going to try it. Put this grinder on here ages ago. I fastened it to this board. So what my idea is, I'm going to try it now, is I can just move it on here when I want it, and I can clamp it down. So that's my idea. Then when I want the bench, to use the bench for something else, it's not in the way, and when I need it I can just clamp it straight down on there. I don't know if you're meant to use one or more coats of this wax, so I'm going to give it another coat. If Rag & Bone Brown's watching, he could message me and tell me, but I don't think he watches me. Anyway. I think he's a bit big to watch me. So I'm going to give it another coat. You never know, I might be glad of a mention on my channel. So this is the second coat. I put one coat on, let it dry, polished it off. Second coat. And put another coat on the aluminium as well. I don't think he makes this anymore. Well, I'm pretty sure he don't, because he does the podcast on Workshop Banter podcast with Matt from Badger Workshop, and he said he was stopping making it because it wasn't cost effective, so I bet I got one of his last jars. I've had it 6 months. This is my 3rd time using it. Right, let it dry, polish again. Right, it's finished. Just before I tell you what it is, I mean, you've probably already guessed what it is and what I'm going to use it for, but I'll just show you what prompted me to make this in the first place. Last week, my wife was using this back scratcher, but she was contorting herself into all sorts of shapes and things, try to scratch her back. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm trying to scratch my back, but it's not long enough." I says, "What?" I said, "Give us it here." Bearing in mind, I think she said we've had this about 5 years. So she gave me it and I went, and she went, "Ooh, I didn't know it did that." So anyway, I says, right, I says, I'll make you one this weekend that's a little bit longer. Not that she needs it, but this is so flimsy. I mean, you know, any pressure. How can you scratch yourself with that, especially through your clothes? So I've made this, and actually it's exactly the same length. That was just by accident as that when it's extended. Whereas this, you can scratch yourself through your clothes or whatever. This is proper going to do the job. Take your blackheads off with this. I tell you what, you put any pressure on that and it's going to snap. So this will be alright for scratching rhinoceroses. Not that I'm saying my wife's a rhinoceros. So anyway, that's what I've got, and then I've just shaped this side here. This is a right-handed back scratcher for the grip on it, because that's how you grip it, isn't it? My wife's right-handed anyway. At least I think she is. Been with her 30 years. If she's not, I'm in for a treat when she starts using her left hand, let me tell you. Right, okay, back scratcher made from an old aluminium canister and an old kitchen door. Hope you liked it. Like, comment, share, whatever, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, see you, bye. Tracy, yeah? Come and try this for me. Not going to tell her I'm filming, just get a proper reaction. Yeah, see what she thinks best. That one.
I'm not itching a fucking elephant.
You're not itching a fucking elephant.
Oh, I don't have one of that.
You don't, yeah.
Well, that's alright for me. This is what I always use.
Well, try this. You don't even have to put this under your clothes.
Oh yeah, it's alright.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah, well.
You meant to go over the top of your shoulder. Because that's a right-handed back scratcher.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, no.
I think it's right. It's easier to get though, like that.
Does it work?
Yeah.
Is it better than that?
Yeah.
Could you scratch an elephant with it?
Yeah.
Right, good, I'll do.
Well, I think if you were itching it on your bare skin, I think it'd
No, it won't. Try it. Try it. I've rounded all them corners off.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Not recording that.
So I have rounded off the corners and everything. It's not dangerous on bare skin. So it works gently on bare skin, but this actually works through your clothes because you can put that much pressure on it. I've just finished for the day, so I've just cut my hair before I get a shower. So my back's itching now with all the hair from me shaving my head. So it's ideal time to try it. So yeah, it's alright on bare skin. You can get enough pressure on it to get through your clothes. It's long enough to do everywhere, all over your back. That's because it's a proper useless to useful back scratcher. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again. Bye.